Hey girlies, it's Tara.
And it's Lissie, your favourite FaceTime besties. Well, we better be anyway.
Obviously, welcome to an episode of Navigating Your 20s with us. We hope you enjoy.
And just a reminder, girls, we are absolutely not trained experts.
We are just girlies too, so don't take anything we say as gospel.
So I'm thinking, let's just try and figure out this whole 20s thing together. What do you think, Tara?
I think that's what we're basically doing every day together, babe. So let's get straight into it.
With that.
Yay, guys, we're live from New York City.
Woo! Tara's finally in New York. Raise the roof.
Only us really being like, yeah, I'll be here like 2 weeks, guys. And I ended up there 2 months for like 8 episodes. But we're fine. We're back.
We're finally here. Like, can you believe it?
I honestly can't, guys. This feels so fun. I'm like sat by my window and I'm like,
it's so cute. Isn't it so funny that we started this being like a girl living in London, a girl living in New York, and like the whole beginning was literally just starting chaos.
well, I feel like, you know what, guys, we were just being relatable because my life was chaos. It's still chaos, but at least it's chaos in New York.
That's very, very true.
So I'm here to stay, guys.
We're just living life, you know?
This week, we're literally just going to catch you up on our lives, give some updates, just have a little chat, because me and Lissie actually do need to catch up on all these things. So we thought we would just take you along with us.
Yeah, we absolutely do. We're going to do a big, big update, because it actually feels like forever, because we backlogged so many podcasts because I was going away. So we haven't actually recorded one in ages. So this feels kind of fun.
I know, guys, Lissie was like, okay, so I've got like 4 trips in a row, and I was like, okay, but like, what about me? Like,
what about me? But guys, I have booked to go to New York. I'm booked.
I can't, guys. I mean, we say this; it's literally like 100 days away.
I know.
However, it's like a date to look forward to. I'm hoping I will get to come back maybe in like August at some point.
Yes.
But I just don't know, depending on jobs, apartments, like that has to be my priority. But I don't think this long distance was meant for me and Lissie. So thank God we have the pod.
Yeah, it actually really wasn't. Like, I don't know whose stupid idea it was to move. Like, I'm going to pinpoint that on you. But it's not for me. It's not for me.
No, I'm really like, and you know what? It's harder with the New York long distance because you're actually not awake for like quite a while till I'm like asleep for quite a while.
But isn't Colorado further back?
Yeah, so what I mean was like I could go to bed at like midnight and you'd be getting up and I'd be like, hey. Whereas New York is 5 hours, so like if you're not really up till like 2 my time. So like I'm not up that late. Well, I am some nights, but not every night.
Oh wait, no, you're behind, not forward.
No, I'm behind. So you're like waking up as I'm going to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God, I'm so excited. I actually can't wait. Like, it is going to be so fun. Also, guys, oh my God, right. I've never gone premium economy, right? And you may be thinking don't get so excited, because I have seen mixed reviews on premium economy. Anyway, I was booking my flights, and the premium economy seat on the way home, I've got a night flight, and the premium economy seat was only £100 extra. And I was like, do you know what? I am just going to invest in that, and I'm going to see how it goes. Because I thought a night flight like that could be pretty grim, and I'm actually really excited. But I have seen a lot of people be like, it's not worth it. But I feel like for £100, it could be worth it. But on the way out, the premium economy seat was £800 more.
Who are you flying with?
BA.
I've done the premium economy. I actually do think it's worth it. I'm going to say now, guys, we'll see what Lissie's review is. But I think it's just a little bit of extra like leg room. So you do feel a little bit more spacious. And the food is always like slightly better. It feels that slightly bit more luxury.
Is it still 3 people in a row though? Because I'm thinking I'm going to have a spare seat next to me, but I don't think I will.
I think there's different planes. I definitely have been on some where it's 2 and then somewhere it's 3. I think it depends you could probably find out. It'll probably tell you what aircraft you have. And then you can search it. Because I've done that before where you look at like where you're sat. Because when me and my ex flew one time premium economy, I think we had like just the 2 seats next to each other, which is quite nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of hoping. But anyway, guys, I'll let you know how it goes.
It'll be so fun. We have to record an episode like next to each other.
Oh my god, yeah. God, that would be so easy. We won't have any technical issues.
No, we'll just be like literally free recording. Like,
Oh my
what
god,
does that mean?
we could do like a get ready with me and like record at the same time.
Sorry guys, this is too much for little Tara. I'm homesick. I am.
Oh, New York is your new home though.
I know. I said to Lissie, it does feel like I feel calm. Like it was weird. I like arrived and I just automatically,
Felt at home.
yeah, it's weird. Like I'm homesick for my friends a lot and that sucks.
Yeah.
And I miss my parents. I literally call my dad every day and my mom. I'm like, hello?
Oh.
I'm like, guys, what are you
Hello.
doing? My dad's like, hey. I'm like, hey, like miss you. He's like, I spoke to you yesterday. I'm like,
So,
just want to chat. But I overall feel this is my new home forever, guys. So we'll see.
this is just so exciting though. Like, I'm honestly just so happy for you. And you know what? If a best friend had to move anywhere, I would choose New York. Like, New York's pretty cool to visit, you know?
Yeah, when people are like, I'm like, guys, at least I'm like in New York. Like you get to come visit New York and have a place to stay.
Exactly. And actually, flights, if you can book in advance and like get a good deal, they're actually really not that bad. And I used all of my Amex points as well. So, like, quite a lot came off.
How much was it without MX points?
Without, I don't know, because I just put it in straight away. I maybe like 600,
Then how much was it with MX points?
200. No, sorry, I'm lying. What the fuck am I talking about? It was 400, £200 off.
I was about to be like, babe, fucking come every week.
Sorry,
200
sorry, sorry.
pounds. I was like, pop some stuff on Vinted and then fly over every week for 200 pounds.
No, sorry, it was £400. So I had £200 off. And that's with a premium economy seat as well. So it actually would have been 300.
As that's also like pro tip. Apparently, the returns, like actually booking a return, makes it so much cheaper. I think Eve's flights were, don't quote me, but I feel around £500. But
Yeah.
to book a one-way ticket, it was like £2,000.
Fucking hell.
So like I don't know why that's the thing. I don't know if they want you to book like the return and that's like the catch.
Yeah, that's really odd. But to be fair, I do notice often my flight out is always way more expensive. Or like one way is always like really expensive and then the other way is like really cheap. It's weird. And then it like correlates to like one, like it's a bit odd. I don't really understand it, but whatever.
I don't either, but Eve said it to me because she has to fly back for a Hendu, so she had to like go back on these dates. But she was like, if I had just booked a one way, why is it like £2,000?
That's absurd.
Oh. Anyway, guys, just pro tip for anyone out here listening that wants
Yeah.
to come visit me, please.
But give us your update. How was the goodbye? I want to hear all about the goodbyes with your family and your
Guys,
little man.
I miss Link. I actually do after going on a date
I
last
didn't
night.
know. I didn't know whether to say his name or not. I was like, wait, have we mentioned his name in this pod or
I
not?
said he might come visit. Me and Ellie were texting him. He might come visit. I was like, you know what?
Oh,
I was like, why not? I
yeah.
was like, I fear the men here. Maybe, yeah. Link, get your butt to New York. No, the dates were, or what am I saying? Dates. Sorry, guys. I went on a date last night, so I'm a little confused.
Yeah, the dates are on
Um,
Tara's mind.
saying goodbye to everyone was like really awful. So my dad came out, which I think we said on the pod. My dad was flying out. That was just so fun to see him, and like him and Carolyn, my stepmom, were just literally here for a weekend. And I don't know why it made me so emotional. I mean, guys, I know I've said like I lived with them. They're my roomies, my besties. I just loved them so much. But like when they came out, I just was in a vulnerable place. It was a very emotional family time. But it's my sister's story to tell, not mine. So I won't go too deep into it. But it was just like a hard time for both me and my sister. And like having my dad there, I just like he was only there for 4 days, so it felt like I got like the comfort, and then it was
That's
like taken away.
so quick. Oh my god,
I
speedy trip.
know. I know. He just literally flew in because he was like he's living the retired life, guys, got all these trips. But we went to the cabin and it was so nice. And it's just like my favorite trip of the year. And I just like spent a lot of time with my dad and Carolyn and the kids. It was kind of just like us really at the cabin. And it was the best time ever. And then when they left, I sobbed.
Oh.
And then my
Oh.
dad started getting emotional. And then Carolyn started, and I was like,
Oh no.
oh.
No, it's when a parent starts getting emotional and you're like, oh good lord, this is making it 10 times worse.
It does. It literally was like awful. And my dad was like, Tara, like we'll come visit all the time. And I was like, Dad, like you can't make me go like without you. I literally was like a 16-year-old child. I was like, wait, like, do you guys want to come to New York?
Oh,
But when they were there, my dad was like, you need to go to New York. Like it's time. Like
yeah,
you need to leave this situation. Like you're just gonna want to stay because of everything happening. Like you feel like you should, but you need to go. So he
yeah,
was the one that literally made me sit down and choose my Airbnb, which this was like number six, but we love her. And he was like, don't pull a Rachel, guys. If you watched Friends, he was like, don't pull a Rachel and get on the plane. And I hadn't booked my flight when he left because I was waiting to hear about the Airbnbs. And my stepmom was like, I would feel a lot more comfortable if you had your flight booked because she was like, I just feel like you're gonna stay. And I was like, no, I promise.
yeah.
Promise I'll go. And then my mom and my grandma came, which was so sweet. So my grandma got to meet my nephew for the first time on his first like birthday.
Oh my god, I didn't know they hadn't met. Where does your grandma live?
Missouri. So it's like it's actually like Midwest, but it's actually in between kind of New York and Colorado.
Right, I see, I
In my
see.
head, Missouri is like always further than Colorado, but it's actually not. It's like if this is America, New York, Missouri, Colorado. So
Interesting.
my mom flew from Costa Rica to Missouri, picked her up, drove her to Colorado, and it was so nice because me, my mom, and my grandma were all in the house together in my mom's house. So we would just like meet in the morning for a little coffee, and I'd make everybody coffee. I convinced my mom to get an espresso
Oh,
machine, and we just had like girl time. I actually woke up one morning and I could hear my mom and grandma talking, and they were like, "Isn't it so surprising that Tara is like absolutely incredible with these kids? Like she's so good because she just always talks about how she hates kids, but like." She's such a natural and look at the way she was and I was like, guys, I can hear you.
it's
Like
so sweet though.
I was like and then we
You're
just had
like,
a really
say it
good
louder, say it
time.
louder.
I know I was like, what was that about how amazing Tara is?
Keep going.
Um one more time for the group. But no, it was really nice. My mom, my grandma were just like it just made me emotional because my grandma's getting a lot older and I don't know if anyone else feels
Yeah.
this way, but like seeing your grandparents and even your parents get older is like not for the weak. It like really
No.
made me emotional. And my grandma kept like cried and then I cried. Typical Duffy family, Gelvin family. And yeah, we just had a really good time. We did like little things like we just went shopping, we went for like food, we spent a lot of time with the kids, we took the kids shopping. We took Hattie, like my niece just has such a personality, guys. It is the cutest thing ever. And my nephew is obsessed with me. When I walk in a room, he comes like straight over to me and just ignores everybody else. And I
Oh my
was
god, I
like,
love that. I love that.
he just like knew I was his person because my niece is like so in her like toddler, where's mom age? Whereas like
Yeah.
Ronan would just like kind of he started walking while I was there. So he would just like walk over to me and then like hold on to me. Guys, it was so cute. As somebody who does not like kids, it was the
It's
sweetest.
so sweet.
And then we celebrated his first birthday, and then my mom and my grandma left the next day, and then that was the day I was packing for New York. And I like sobbed. My mom was like, Tara, like, come on. I sobbed when I left the kids on Saturday. I'm like sobbing in the car. And I'm like, my sister was literally like saying goodbye to me and she was like, bye. And I was like, like, I
Oh,
can't. And then my mom took me for Red Lobster. If you're American, you know what Red Lobster is, and it's the fucking best. And I just cried at Red Lobster, cried when my mom and my grandma left the next day. It was a lot of crying, packed, like had said goodbye to all my family, and then went for a little day out with Link.
oh, Link. What did
Guys,
you
he
do with
was
him?
so you remember the wine bar that we went to that I told you about?
Yes.
So next door there's a pizza place. So we got some wine. Then we got a takeaway pizza, and then we drove up to like near where we went on our first day and just like literally had loads of snacks and then went back to his.
Oh, okay. And the rest is history.
Guys, he's so fucking perfect. He also like was like, I can drive you to the airport. Like just a very like good guy. I didn't because I was like, I need that moment to be like
What a lovely man.
well, he was like, no one should have to drive the like get an Uber to the airport when you're moving to like a new city. Like you should have that support. And I was like, so valid, but
That's
also like
really
I
sweet.
really need to be like alone in that moment because I
Yeah.
feel like I'm just gonna be like emotional. But he was fucking great. Like texting me like, "How's your flight?" Like just a very guys.
That's really sweet. I'm not gonna lie, that's actually really quite adorable.
Oh well, stay tuned, guys, because if he does come visit me in New York, I'll totally make him come on the podcast just for a clip. He'll be like, "You can meet Lissie properly. You
Oh my
can."
god, yes, please.
Although I just think it'd be very funny him in New York. I'd probably make it a TikTok series because he is very like country.
Is
Um,
he?
yeah, he'd
Oh my
probably
god,
try and
I'm
wear his
actually
cowboy boots.
I'm going to a country like a thing in like a concert thing. And oh, who is
What?
it who's playing? Hang on, I'm gonna have to get the receipts up from George. Because I was
Sorry,
like, oh my
I.
god, Tara would love this.
What the fuck? I leave, and you decide to go to a country concert.
What was this man's name?
When is it? I will search.
Um I think it's next weekend.
Oh my god, is it in Hyde Park?
Yeah.
No. Is it Noah Kahan?
Yes. Is it? Yeah, I think it is. No, it's Zach Bryan.
You're going to Zach Bryan in Hyde Park.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm actually gonna fight you. Are you
It's Zach
absolutely?
Bryan, and then Dermot Kennedy, I think his name is.
Dermot Kennedy is not opening for Zach Bryan.
Yeah, I think they're doing something. I don't know, or it's like both of them playing.
Now, are you doing the BST Hyde Park thing?
I don't know. I didn't book tickets, but probably if it's next weekend, whatever that date is.
Saturday the 28th.
Yeah, that's it.
No, wait,
No, yeah, Saturday the 28th.
or Sunday the 29th.
No, Saturday the 28th.
Yeah, with special guest Dermot Kennedy. I have it on my
Yeah.
iPad. I've never been so mad at you in
Sorry.
my
Oh my god, sorry.
entire. Like, are you absolutely fucking kidding me?
It wasn't my idea. I just got the invite.
Yeah, but you're also holding out on me that George and his parents like Zach Bryan.
Yeah.
Lizzie, I actually feel violently ill.
Dad.
Guys, I don't know, but like, sorry, like, and I actually, guys, I like am pretty mad. Like, we might as well just end this episode right here. Like, are you kidding me?
I'm done.
Like, he's like a huge guy. Like, I haven't even seen him in concert. And we know I'm a country concert
Um,
girl.
to be fair, I actually do know some of his music. Obviously, you know what I'm like. I don't like. I listen to music, but I don't know who the hell it is. And George played me some of his songs, and I was like, oh my god, I love this song.
I feel very unwell.
I'm sorry.
I'm so
I'll,
happy for you and excited for you, but also like very unwell.
I'll send you lots
Um,
of videos.
that's the BST. That's the Hyde Park thing that me and Eve went to for 4th of July. It's like a whole festival.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah,
Guys, I
yeah.
I want to slap her right now. Cause see how little she knows about how perfect her day is gonna be. Like,
Yeah.
like Zach Bryan is like, I mean, he does have a lot of controversy around him right now.
Really? Why?
Well, he had that whole breakup with Brianna Chicken Fry. She's like the New York podcast girl that's on like look up the lore. It's actually really great on
Okay.
TikTok. But like, I mean, I don't think he's a good guy, but his music slaps.
Okay, interesting. Very, very interesting.
But I like love his music. I was literally talking to Jordan, the guy that I was on the date last night about Zach Bryan and how much I'd love to see him. He's coming. He's coming to New York.
Is he?
I actually can't believe. How dare you?
I'm sorry.
No, but I'm so excited for you. But also, George likes country. Guys, where was this energy when Tara was in London? This is absolutely unfair. And what? And George's parents like country music?
It's his whole family. We're all going together. It's a
Oh,
family
George's
affair.
brothers set me up with one of those. We could be living the American dream. Like,
Dad.
is it just the four of you, or is his brothers going too?
Yeah, his brothers are going too.
But like, I know they're younger, but like Dora could do it.
I can make it work.
We should be sisters-in-law.
Oh my god, imagine how fun.
Guys, I'm actually so upset now.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I will send
No,
you lots of vids.
it's only me just being completely selfish and jealous. However, but partly because I don't think Lissy understands the gravity of going to Zach Bryan, and I would like anybody who is a big Zach Bryan fan and knows how normally expensive he is in the US to please like appreciate my reaction.
Yeah, noted.
So guys, before we move on from Zach Bryan, I would like Lissy it on camera that there's a few specific songs that she must record at least one part of.
Okay, please message me this as well.
Pink Skies.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm gonna make a list. And
Yeah.
well, more just Pink Skies. Oh
What am I gonna wear? Do I wear a cowboy hat?
yes,
Okay.
it's Zach Bryan.
I need to
Like
do some research. I need to do some research.
go. You need to wear. I could have given you a cowboy hat if you had told me if I was there and you were like, I'm going to Zach Bryan with George's family because it's like entrance tickets. I'd be like, great, me too. See you guys there. I'd be like, I'm getting like, are you actually? Eve probably would have been like, we're going to see Zach Bryan, so we'd probably both be there and be like, hey,
Oh,
because
imagine.
that's what we went to last year when we like fully got in
I
our
really
gear.
remember. Do you know what? There was a part of me that was thinking, is that the same thing as when you guys went? But I didn't really
Oh my
like,
god, you're gonna have the best time. He's so good,
I'm excited.
and he's apparently amazing. And Dermot Kennedy is insane.
Dermot Kennedy, I love. I really do love his songs.
Oh my god, I'm so jealous. Guys, I got FOMO. I have such bad FOMO now. Should I just fly back?
Oh my god, imagine, please. Surprise!
I don't tell anybody but you I'm back. I literally fly back for Zach Bryan and then fly back.
Oh my god, imagine. We'd have to go get Blank Street though.
Yeah, no, I'd be there literally for you, and then everyone would be like, "Did Tara come?" I'd be like, "No."
No.
What a weird.
Oh my god, this is so crazy for me because I don't order from Deliveroo. But this morning I did a Rebel class, got home, like sorted myself out, you know how it goes. I was like, I'm really, really craving a Joe and the Juice. Like, I don't know why, but I was just really craving like the chicken club sandwich. So I Deliverooed it and it was so delicious.
Do you think because I keep sending you Joe and the Juice?
Maybe. And I just really wanted like a savoury breakfast and we just didn't really have any food. And I was like, and as I was eating it, I was thinking of you.
Like, don't make me cry. Don't make me cry on this call. Because I literally, me and Lissy, I sent her the first day. There's a Blank Street around the corner from me, and I was like, Lissy, there's like Blank Street and Joe and the Juice, which was like, and obviously Starbucks, but these were me and Lissy's,
Yeah, they
like
were. They were our places to be.
they were our stomping ground, and
They
like,
were.
oh, it just made me
Oh,
sad that Lissy wasn't here with me.
I know, but soon come, babe. Soon come.
I know. Right. Before I discuss New York, fill us in about your European summer. Lissy is taking Euro summer to the absolute fullest. Like she is the definition of bus, plane,
Well, actually
club,
not club.
bus, but like restaurant. We'll say bus,
Yeah.
plane, restaurant, beach club, restaurant, bus, club. Like it is crazy.
It has been quite crazy, guys, I'm not going to lie. So I went to Mykonos, which was absolutely incredible. I love Mykonos. I actually love it. Like, there is no... Mykonos and Ibiza, I think there's no better place. Like, I could repeatedly go there every single year. So I went to Mykonos with a travel agency. So we stayed in these two sister hotels. They were insane. The second hotel, genuinely, guys, when I tell you I stayed in like a villa of 4, maybe even like you could fit a family of 6 in there, to be quite frank. The pool was almost the size of an Olympics size pool, which was my private pool. This was like on a resort with then like loads of other things of these villas. But oh my god, did I tell you about the freaky man?
You told me about the plane number, but that was a different trip, right?
No. Oh my god, yes, I need to say that story on her actually.
That's
So
great.
Mykonos, this resort, it was like quite big. All the villas were quite separate because obviously they were such big villas. Don't get me wrong, incredible to stay there. Very, very grateful, very, very lucky. But we were walking home from dinner and all of the girls had kind of split off to walk to their separate villas. And I was walking to my little bit and I saw this torchlight like moving and I was like, oh, that's a bit weird because the hotels weren't very busy. It was like the start of the season. Anyway, I paused, like I literally just stopped and I was like, what the fuck do I do? Anyway, I then saw this man walk and he was like kind of walking towards where my villa was. And I was like, oh God, what do I do? He then turned around. So I was like, shit, I'm going to have to carry on walking. So I look a bit weird that I'm just stood still. So I carried on walking towards my villa and he was also walking in the same direction, but in front of me. He was then tapping his phone, trying to get into the top bit of my villa and trying to open the door and it wouldn't open. And I was like, oh, that's a bit weird. Because I was thinking in my head, oh, maybe he's just now staying above me. And I get like really, really freaked out by like staying by myself. And because I didn't have anywhere, like anyone around me, like whenever I go on trips and I'm in a hotel room by myself, I hate it. Anyway, he couldn't get in. Then he was like fiddling with the shutter. And I was like, this is also weird. And I was like, for fuck's sake, I literally need to walk past him and then down the stairs into my villa bit. So I kind of just like walked past him and he was like, hello, lady. I was like, hello? He was like, I'm the security guard, just if you need anything. And I was like, okay, like, are you? Do you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't dressed in any uniform, like, he was just giving odd energy. So I then walked past him down the stairs. As I got to the bottom of the stairs, I looked around and he was stood at the top of the stairs with his torch. And I was like, oh my God, I literally ran into the villa, shut the door as quickly as possible. And I was like, shit. Like, I was like, what do I do? I literally called George and I was like, what do I do? Like, I'm stuck here. Like, I don't know what to do. I messaged the PR girl who was with us and I was like, do you mind just double checking with reception that like this guy is what he said he was? Like, he is the security guard. And to be fair, they confirmed and they were like, he is the security guard. And like, I was fine. But you know, when you're just in your head and you're like, does this make it better? Because if he's got like passes on his phone, can he then get into my door? So then I was like, wait, I don't know if it's better that he's a security guard or worse, to be honest. And I literally...
Could you lock it from like the inside? Like, was there a way to like deadbolt
No,
it?
no, because some of the girls were like, just lock it from the inside. And I was like, I don't have a lock from the inside. There was just like a key thing, but I didn't have a key because obviously it's like all electric with like the key cards. Some of the girls did have locks on, but they were doing loads of like building, like they're doing loads of new things. And mine was right on the end. So I don't know whether maybe my villa was new. I'm not sure. But Liv Miller was like, she was like, should I tell you what I do? And I was like, what? She was like, I literally get my suitcase, chairs, everything, and like bolt it up against the door whenever I stay in a hotel by myself. Because she had an experience where someone once tapped their card, there was another guest, tapped their card and walked into her hotel room. And she woke up, obviously, like, what the fuck? And this guy was like, I'm so sorry. And like his key worked in her door.
Where was that?
I don't know. I think she said it was a while ago. I don't know where it was. And I was like, oh my God. And she was like, ever since then, she's like put stuff up against her door, like her suitcase or whatever. So if someone tries to open the door, she would wake up because obviously you'd hear it. But apparently on TikTok shop, you can buy these like door clamps. So I might actually do that, which you can like take
Oh my God,
away.
sorry. I mean, at least reception like confirmed, but we
And they
like
confirmed really quickly, like they were really, really on it, and like, which is fine. But I do sometimes think, even with those things, like, yes, he still may be the security guard, but is that going to stop him from doing anything? Because you hear these horror stories of like the staff.
oh my God, guys, I like that actually is really scary.
I know, I freaked out. And the worst thing about it was I needed to shower that night and like wash my hair because I was going to Mallorca the next day. And I was like, because I was getting home. So then the following day we were flying back. So we landed at 8 p.m. and then I was going to Mallorca at 5 a.m. the next day. So I was like, I'm going to wash my hair now so that I'm like prepared for Mallorca. And I needed to have a shower. And I was really scared to get in the shower because I like couldn't hear. And I was like, if he then comes in, I'm stood here butt naked.
No, it is actually so scary being a girl.
I know. I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified.
But
Anyway.
I think you did all the right things, like asking the PR
Yeah,
girl, getting reception to confirm, and like at least then it was on record as well. Like if he did try
yeah,
and come in, like you know exactly who it was. Like
exactly. And so yeah, that was Mykonos. But apart from that, it was amazing. And like they handled it very well, considering, because I was an absolute, like, I was freaking out. Then obviously Mallorca, so yeah, flew back at 8 p.m. I'd pre-packed all of my stuff in packing cubes so that I could literally just take out my Mykonos stuff and put in my Mallorca stuff. But I also needed to pack my France stuff because I was then going to Mallorca, flew back from Mallorca at 2 p.m. I landed at 2 p.m. in Gatwick, and then I was flying back out again to France from Gatwick at 6 p.m. So I had to pack double whammy, and I literally just sat in the airport and then checked my luggage back in again. Then went to France for a week, which was lovely. And then, yeah, the guy on the plane. So, so funny.
This was Mallorca with like Judy and Liv and
Yeah,
Rachel.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
when
yeah.
the plane thing happened, right?
Yeah, so we were on our way home, and there was this guy. So apparently he was sat next to Duty at the boarding gate. I didn't really take much notice of him. Like, I don't really take much notice of anyone, to be honest. Like, especially men. Like, do you know what I mean? When you're in like a relationship, you don't really look out for
She's a loyal girl, guys. She's a
other
loyal girl.
people. Anyway, so I would assume we've kind of like put the pieces together, and Duty was like, I assume he saw you then. Anyway, we then boarded the plane, and we were on the plane. Then he apparently, I again was completely clueless to all of this, but the girls I was sat next to said that he had been to the loo like 4 times, and they were thinking like it's a bit weird because he was sat right at the front of the plane near Duty and Liv. So we were like, why does he keep coming to the back of the plane to go to the loo? I didn't clock on. Anyway, I was then asleep, and he comes for the 5th time, and he passes Rachel a napkin and goes, please, can you give this to your friend? As this was happening, I kind of woke up, so I was kind of there like opening my eyes, like, what's going on? And I opened this napkin, and it basically goes, wait, I'll get it up.
Wait. I lost my AirPod. 2 seconds, guys. I don't want to miss this part of the story. Where did it go?
Oh
It's here.
no.
Wait, I'm back. Okay, wait. Give us the drop now.
Okay, so he goes, hi there. I hope you don't mind this napkin note, but I would regret not giving you my number. I think you're gorgeous, so if you're single, my number is blah, 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 and then his name, and then an X. And I thought, do you know what? I appreciate it.
You know what, guys? I think it's ballsy. I
Like, shoot your shot. Do you know what I mean?
I think he probably, if he like hadn't done it and just always wondered what if, like, I
Yeah,
rate it. I just
so
think
do
that's
I.
so funny
I know,
that
and
he
then
was obviously probably trying to walk back to catch your eye, but you were like asleep.
I know. And
Bless
then
him.
I messaged Liv and Duty like, oh my God, this was like as we landed. And I was like, oh my freaking God. I was like, I've just received this note and sent a picture to them. Liv then shouts out, oh my God, Lissie just received a napkin note. Like a thing with someone's number. And then I was like, she was like, what does he look like? And then Rachel like described what he looked. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, fine. Sorry, I thought you had frozen.
No, I'm
and
actually
then
just beeping the story.
Rachel was like, oh, he was wearing like a baseball shirt or something. And Liv was like, oh my freaking God. And he was literally sat in the row in front. And as Liv had shouted this out, he like turned around and then like kept looking at her. And then obviously when Rachel was like, it's the one in the baseball shirt. And then Liv was like, oh shit. And then I never saw him again.
Guys, I feel
So
bad
fun.
for him because I'm like,
I know, me
you shot your
too.
shot, but
And I was also thinking, like, Rachel was like, oh, I feel kind of bad for him because he's probably going to be like sat at the pub with his friends this evening, like waiting for a message, which he's never going to receive.
oh,
I know. And I was like, should I message him and be like, hey, I'm really sorry I'm single? But I was like, no.
really sorry,
No,
I'm single.
sorry, I'm really sorry I'm in a relationship.
Oh no, like, oh
I appreciate it. Like, you know, it's flattering, you know? I was like, boost my
yeah,
confidence a little bit more.
as you should, babe. You're a beautiful girl. Oh, hello, Stanley. Oh my
She's so
god.
cute.
No, I love this, guys. I think that is just so fun, and that trip looked also really fun.
It was lovely. Very short, but very sweet, you know? Short but sweet. It was really
Yeah, the
nice. And
boat
then, yeah,
looked delightful.
the boat was so nice. Really, really
I was
nice.
like, that's a good vibe.
Yeah, it
And
was
then she went to
delightful.
France too, guys. Like she's been here, there, and everywhere.
I did. I went to France for a week with my parents, which was lovely, and George. And then, yeah,
Oh, did
back.
George go for the week?
Yeah.
Georgie?
I know. And then literally came back on Sunday and then was going to Estelle Manor on Monday with Stanley. It's been non-stop, honestly. I've been living out of a
Guys,
suitcase.
she's literally had all these PR trips, then went to see her family, and then came back from a PR trip.
I know. Crazy.
I was
Crazy,
like, where
crazy.
is she? I was actually having so much fun on Find My Friends, like looking at where you, Judy, and Liv were.
I
Because I
know.
like
Because
you
we've
were
actually all been
together.
really busy.
Yeah, you were like all together, or you were somewhere, or then you would like separate to go on separate trips. And I was like, Balearic Islands.
Where are
Okay,
they
lovely.
today?
Yeah, I was like, where are my friends? I was like,
Oh yeah, but
I have
that's my
FOMO.
update really. I was so dead yesterday that no, on Sunday, me and Tara called and I was like, my social battery is on the floor, like actually on the floor. And then when I got back from the Stanley trip yesterday, I actually couldn't function. Like I physically could not function. I literally sat on the sofa and I was like, I can't move, I can't speak. Like I texted George something I needed to ask him because I couldn't physically open my mouth, and he was sat like next to me on the sofa.
No, I could tell because on Sunday, guys, I was deathly hungover as well. Like I thought I was gonna throw up. So when Lissie was like, should we film another day? So sorry, this episode is late. I was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm so fucking glad. 'Cause I literally woke up and I was
I
still drunk.
couldn't.
I'd gotten
Yeah,
home at 5 a.m. and me and Lissie FaceTimed at 10. And I was
no,
still very much drunk. And then I could
no.
tell yesterday when you were texting, you were like, I can't. And I was like, I'm so sorry because I can't help you.
I literally couldn't function. Like I was like, there's like I couldn't physically talk. Like that's
And
how tired
you're
I
also
was.
like very busy this week, but at least you said next week's chill, and then you'll just have a
Yeah,
fun weekend of Zach Bryan.
I know, so fun. And also like for me, like even today, I just had the morning. I feel rejuvenated. And to be quite
Yeah,
frank, this afternoon I was thinking I'm bored.
guys, this is so Lissy. This is so Lissy. She'll be like, "No, I need a moment." Then she'll have like one morning, and she'll be like, "Okay, like what's
Okay,
next?"
so what
But
to do
you do have a
now?
really busy week, so like I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like
I
you
do.
won't have time to be bored,
No,
really.
I'll be fine. I will be fine.
She's living
Um,
her life. She's living hot girl Euro summer, guys. See, hot girl summer, but in a relationship. We told you.
too right. And you're living hot girl summer with your little first date. Tell us all about that.
Guys, I can't do it. I'm gonna have to block him from my stories. I should never have given him my Instagram. That's like just such a rookie error.
That's quite a bold move from you. I feel like you don't normally do that.
No, I fucking hate giving my Instagram. But he asked, and then I thought, like, you know what?
Yeah.
And then he brought it up last night, and he was like, "Why do you have like, do you?" And I was like, "Oh,
Mm, mm,
er." But you know what? I respected it because I was like, you know what? It is a good way to like check if you're being like catfished.
very true. Very, very true.
Like you
And
can actually
also,
stalk people.
like, it's only awkward because obviously, not awkward, but like, it's always just a bit of
It's
like
just like
because of like what we do. But if you like, you weren't doing that, then you'd be like, yeah, sure. Do you know what I mean? And it wouldn't even be a big deal.
I know I've contemplated like whether I should have like a little Finsta to give men, but then I'm like, oh, I just would never post on it and I'd want it to look nice. And you know what? If a man finds it weird or like gets weirded out by it, then he's
Then
not the
it's
man
not
for
for you.
me. But
Exactly.
like the
So right.
only thing is now he like has my Instagram and I don't want to
But you don't have to
segment.
block him, but you can make him unfollow you or just restrict him. Restrict him from your stories.
Oh, I know, guys. He's so nice. Okay, well, let me give you the New York lowdown. I'm on the Upper East Side.
Woo!
You can see. Let's see, guys. Okay, this is my studio apartment. Sorry, it's like a really dreary day, so
So
the lighting isn't
cute.
great. But it's my bed, my little living area. I got a TV, a desk. My kitchen's over there, and then I've got like a bathroom back there, a couple closets. Like for a studio, guys, like I kind of fuck with it. Like I did not.
I think it just gives cozy vibes. And for one person, like, how much more space do you need? Do you know what I mean?
I feel like very at home. Like I feel like people are like, "Oh, New York's so small." So like, yeah, fine, but like I honestly, if this was my apartment in New York full time, I'd
Yeah,
actually be so happy. And I think the sofa turns into a sofa bed because it says here sleeps three. So like that's all I need. And like I'm a girl living
stunning.
alone, so like
I'm
I
also
don't
like,
need much more.
as studios go, I've seen like a lot, like, that's spacious.
Yeah, it's like long. Like I don't feel,
Yeah.
and I've got a massive window, like double window
Oh, yeah,
here.
that's really nice.
And like there's New York, guys.
Hey.
And like I feel very like happy with the area. It feels very safe. Like
Yeah.
as a woman living alone, the building has like a key to get into the building and then a key to get in your apartment. Like I feel very secure.
It's very
And
important, I think. Safety is the most important. Like, you've got to feel safe where you live.
yeah, it's very like family area. But yeah, guys, landed here on last Monday at like 10 p.m. Went to a convenience store, lost my wallet. Did have a lovely man return it to me. A lovely
Yes.
man, shout out Keith, is 28 years old from Florida. Um,
Mhm.
Found my wallet, called my nail place in Colorado, left his number because they obviously for like wouldn't give him my number just randomly. Left his number. They call me, leave his number, and they're like, if you're in New York and lost a wallet around Upper East Side, some man called trying to get in contact with you. I text him. He's walking home from the park, gives me my wallet, and we have a lovely like 30-minute conversation.
Wow. I'm
I
sorry, but that is commitment from him.
No, he literally said he called the customer service on like all my British cards. Because he was like, I noticed you obviously like weren't from here. So he was like, I thought that would just be so shit if you were just visiting and then you like lost all your cards. And I was like,
What a sweet, sweet man.
no, he was so kind, guys. And he literally like walked back. He was like, Tara. And I was like, yeah, he's 28 from Florida, used to work in finance, now has his own company, really friendly guy. He was like, there's loads of Irish bars here that I can recommend. I like did say I would text him and buy him a
Love
drink, which I should
that.
do. I've just been busy, but like just a really great first energy of like me being in New York for an hour. Cause I was like, guys, I was like texting Ellie. I was like,
Oh.
I've been here an hour. I've lost my wallet. I had to freeze all my cards. I was like, I can't get my British cards back because I don't live in the UK. So like that's
Mm,
gonna be hell. And then it turned out great. And then I've just been living life here, guys, like trying to find my area, like explore. I've just been walking around. It's weird how like homey it feels. Like I just feel like normal here. I'm like, okay, like I'm getting to know my neighborhoods,
yeah.
but I'm like, oh, like I feel so comfortable. I've just been walking everywhere, running in the park,
It's
seeing
such a good sign,
Ellie.
though. Like, that's such a good sign.
I know, and it feels I did my first Trader Joe's proper grocery shop.
Did you get the bagel seasoning?
Of course I got the bagel seasoning. Of course. I also got pre-made everything bagels. Um, because I'm like not a huge like breakfast, like wake up and breakfast person.
Yeah.
I'm like 11 a.m.
Yeah,
like
same.
that's like I'll have coffee and like normally like a bloom or something in the morning, but I just don't wake up and like want breakfast.
Yeah.
So a bagel's normally like a good like so I got bagel to have like avocado and some crumbled feta and chili seasoning and stuff.
Yum.
Really
Yum.
great. And also I was
Yum.
like me and Ellie kept eating out and I was like I need to eat at home because my stomach will be ruined. But yeah, guys, been out quite a lot. Really ruined my life this weekend. Got a little too Me and Ellie were drinking at
Yes.
like 5 p.m. and then we're drinking. Then her friend Phyllis met us, and then we met Phyllis's situationship, and his friends out, and then we left that because the guys were kind of weird energy. And then we went and met Martin, um,
Yeah.
near Soho and did my favorite part. Like so, it was a long day. Um, but my review of New York so far is that it's great. Everyone is so friendly.
I
Everyone
love
is just
that.
great energy. Like people are just like a lot of people are in the same boat, like moved, like really just like positive energy. And guys, I downloaded Bumble BFF.
Oh my God, yes. Tell us about that. I'm sorry, but this
It's
is such
so
a cool
fun.
thing.
Like, guys, I thought, okay, like it is kind of weird, but like, look, I really am in this mindset with New York. Like, I'm not gonna wait for New York to happen to me. Like, I'm going out.
Yeah.
I want to meet people. Like, at least I have like Ellie and like a few friends here. I messaged some of my Singapore friends, like Rachel. I'm gonna catch dinner with her. I think it's on Tuesday. Um, and like I obviously have people and connections, but I was like, I'm a really social girl, and also like I want to meet loads of different types of people and find a girl group and like create friends that like
Yeah.
actually matters. So I was like looking up on TikTok and it basically was like run clubs and then Bumble BFF. So me and Martin, he's like injured right now. So I think he has like another week or two till he can like properly get back into running. So me and him are gonna do because he lives on the other side of the park to me. So we're gonna do some like run clubs and like
I
join
love
stuff like that
that.
because apparently they like a lot of them end at a cafe in the morning or like if you do an evening one, you'll go to a pub after. There's a few that like do like a partnership with rooftops. So you like run. There's one called Lunge Run that we're gonna do, and you dress in black if you're
Stunning.
single, and you like do a run, and then you go to like a rooftop after, and it's like a singles.
That's so fun.
So I was like, yeah, let's do that, Martin. Like, come on, bud.
Come on, honey.
Plot twist. Me and Martin now are gonna do a run club. Um, there's some lore behind that you guys will never find out in case he ever sees this.
Oh my God,
Um,
imagine. No one needs to know that.
no, I think we'll keep that to myself.
Keep that one under wraps.
I did think it'd be funny if me and him went to Fred again last night and it was on my story. I thought people would be like,
Imagine. Imagine the uproar.
I know. I think Eve would literally be like, "Pardon?" Because she was like, "He's there." I was like, "I know." No, but he's so lovely, and I actually feel bad because I feel like it's harder for guys to make friends. So he's been going on some friend dates too,
Yeah.
like
It's
people
really
letting him
hard.
know. But
But I
Bumble
think it's
BFF
so
is great.
good. I think it's so good because especially if that is going to be your home and you're going to settle there, then you need to make a life for yourself there, you know? Like there's no point in like being around the bush. You may as well just get stuck straight into it. I think you're really good at doing that.
Also, thanks, babe. Also, if it's awkward, like who cares? Martin's here for a
Yeah.
year. Ellie is here for a while. Like everyone's just here for a while, and like also they have like work and stuff and like work colleagues. Like I want to bring other people. Like Ellie's been so
Yeah.
amazing and like she's introducing me to everyone, and everyone's really friendly. Like Phyllis was like, "Come to my birthday this week." Like everyone's very friendly, but I just want to like
So
contribute
nice.
and like also find people. So I basically have been swiping on Bumble BFF. And you know what? Everyone's in the same boat. Like girls are just like, I like to go to brunch. I like to go for wine. I like my girls. Just moved to New York. Want to make a girl
Love
group.
it.
Or they're like, I've been here a few years. Me and my friends want to meet some more people, but like with work and stuff, like it's hard to just. So like it
Yeah.
matches you with like people of similar interests, and you like a lot of girls put their Instagram in their bio, and they're like, if I miss you on here, like let's just chat on Instagram. Like very friendly. So I've got a friend date tomorrow night after I go to the baseball with a girl called Emer who literally was living.
Lovely.
I can't remember. Wait, I'm gonna get them all confused because there's been so many now. But like one of them literally had a picture at the pear tree, and I think that might have been Emer. And I was like,
Oh,
"Girl,"
we're
and
meant for each other, babe.
yeah, I was like, and she was like, "I used to live near Battersea too, and like just moved to New York." And I was like, "Babe, my gal." I
You're
was like,
calling my name.
I was like, oh my God. And then like I'm going on a date on like a friend date with a girl on Friday morning who's Irish, lives in Dubai, but is here for the summer, shoots content. I was like stunning. So we're having a little content morning.
Stunning.
Then
Oh
going
my
on
God,
another
love
friend date
that.
Friday night with a girl called Josie, who's from Florida. Seems really nice. So we're gonna get a drink in East Village. Then Saturday, going on another friend date with a girl called Amy. I think we're gonna probably just go for a coffee and drink. And then I think I'm gonna go see a guy called John on Saturday night. Oops.
Okay.
He's giving
John.
major fuckboy energy.
Oh, this is him.
I know he's gonna ruin my life, but he's so fit. I just don't think I care. Um,
Fair play.
so like YOLO. And he was like, I'm around this weekend, like, are you? And I was like, you know what, you're forward, you're probably a fuckboy. I'll live and learn, you know? And
Yeah, fair
then
play.
Sunday going on another friend date with a girl called Morgan. We're going to like this like book shop that's like a bar slash cafe that's like near both of us, like 10 blocks down from me.
Oh,
And
that's
then
so
Monday going on
fun.
another friend date, and then Tuesday I think I'm meeting Rachel, and Eve kind of lands that night too. So yeah, guys,
So
just putting
many
myself out there.
friends.
I know, and like you know what, like we can meet and like not vibe, but I feel like the whole point is just literally put yourself out there. A lot of the girls I'm talking to are like 25 to 30, like all
Nice.
kind of in the same boat, like moved from like I've met a lot of girls that have moved from London, a lot of girls that have moved from America, other places. There's some girls I've been speaking to that have like moved with their boyfriend and they're like, I don't want to get stuck like only with my boyfriend and like his
Yeah.
friends. Like I want to meet my own girlfriends. And I'm like, I
I love
respect that because,
that.
like, I love the initiative because some girls would just cling on to the comfort of their
Oh,
partner.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
So I was like,
absolutely.
yeah. So, guys, really recommend run clubs and Bumble BFF if you're in like a big city and moving for the first time because I feel so much more like excited because I'm like meeting all these people. Because, look, I'm apartment hunting right now and job hunting. So, like, I don't have this like job immediately where I'm meeting colleagues. So, like, I
Yeah,
needed to put myself
out
in
there.
these positions. And like also girls are just so friendly. Like you walk around, strike up a conversation. We met those girls in their J1 at the pub the other night. They followed us on Instagram. They were like, "Oh, they work at a pub." Because that's like J1, you come and work for the summer. And they were like, come to the pub, we work out. Like, you know what I mean? Like everyone's just on
Yeah,
a like the energy here unmatched. I've
unmatched.
never experienced an energy. Sorry, we're still in sync, babe. But I've never experienced an energy like it. It's
Oh, it's
just
so good.
It's just perfect, guys. Like this is exactly where I'm meant to be. And like I
I'm
should
so
be so
glad.
stressed. So I've got to find an apartment, a job, all these things. And I'm just like, I truly believe that New York is just gonna be like so right for me that it's gonna work out. It's like the weirdest feeling that old Tara would be like literally in a crumble on the floor because I'd be so anxious.
Yeah.
But like I just have the weirdest feeling that it's gonna be like the best thing ever. And then I went on a date last night. I tried to go to Friday again with Martin, couldn't get tickets. So this guy was like, "Do you want to go on a date? Like, do you want to go for a drink at Ravens?" Guys, okay, this is my story, and then we need to wrap up my New York saga. Um, this is so peak, and this is how Irish people are always together forever. There's a pub up the road from me called Dylan Murphy's. If you are in New York, please go. It is just such a great vibe. The food is fantastic. A lot of locals, so the energy is just very homey. Like you could 100% feel like you're in like the UK or Ireland, which is like exactly what I
Love
want out of a
that.
pub. And me and Ellie had gone on Sunday and we'd gone on Monday night. Sunday was just like we were hungover. We wanted to like just be out and about and like get over the anxiety. And then Monday she got some good news. So she was like, "Let's go for a drink." I was like, "Well, I was going to go to Dylan's. Like, let's go." So anyway, the bartender there, super lovely guy, Irish, 28, named Declan, very fit. Um, very fit. I was like, and he's like, "Oh, do you want another cider?" I'm like, "Yes. I just actually
Yes.
want to sit here and look at you because you're stunning." But then every time he talks to me, but you know, when I actually think someone's stunning, when they try and talk to me, I get really awkward.
Yes, you
Whereas
kind
if
of
I don't
open
think
your
you're
mouth and
fit,
like nothing comes out of it. You're
yeah,
like,
whereas like if I think you're ugly, I'm like, I'm chatting away to you, babe. Like we are best mates, like not a fucking bother to me. When you're fit, like suddenly he's like he was eavesdropping about this story that I was telling Ellie, and he was like, "Oh my god, I need to hear this." And I was like, like I fucking can't. I get uncomfortable. Anyway, I on Sunday night or on Monday night, Ellie left, and I still had like half a pint, and I had my iPad with me, and I was like, you know what? I'm in New York, like I'm sat at this bar. It's so like cool, cozy vibes. Whip out my iPad, start writing more of my book that I'm writing. And I was feeling inspired, like from being in New York. I was like, made a friend, a guy that just got divorced that moved from Amsterdam. Great guy. The bartender's talking to me. He's like, "Do you want another pint?" I'm like, "No." First of all, like, I'm not going to sit here longer than I have to by myself. Second of all, I'm gonna go for a run in the morning, and then like I want to get like a lot of work and stuff done tomorrow. So he's like, "Okay," and he like kept being like, "Are you sure you don't want another cider?" And I was like, "I actually think I'm in love with you." Anyway, I'm like, yesterday, this guy Jordan, speaking to him, so lovely, finance guy, very tall, 6'5", like just seemed really nice. And I was like, he's like, "Do you want to go for a drink?" I was like, "Yes." So he is on the Upper East Side. He's like, "Is there somewhere you want to go, or do you like want me to recommend somewhere?" And I'm like, "I can't go to Dylan Murphy's because like I want that to be my local." So he was like, "There's an Irish pub," because in my bio I said I think I have like the one place you can find me is at an Irish pub, which is like very accurate.
Yeah.
So he recommends Raven, which is like 3 blocks down from me. So we meet there. He's like, "Hey, I have a seat at the bar." I'm like, "Okay, stunning." I also hate app dates because you just don't know what they look like. You don't know what the vibes are. It's just uncomfortable, but I'm really trying to put myself out there. I walk in. Jordan, like, it's like one of those wraparound bars. He's like in the corner by the opening in the screen. I go to sit down and give Jordan a hug. Lo and behold, Declan is there. So I don't know. I'm going to go to the bar tonight and find him and ask. I don't know if they all like rotate because it was the same blonde girl that works with Declan at Dylan's was at Raven.
Right.
So
Interesting.
I don't know if they like rotate around the pubs, have different shifts. Like
Yeah.
it's one company that must own these Irish
Yeah.
pubs and they like rotate shifts,
Interesting. That must be it.
which is really like really fun. But anyway, Declan goes, "Hey Tara," like high fives me. Fit bartender. I'm on like literally just seconds of sitting down on this first date. And he's like, "Oh, like, did you make it on your run this morning?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I did." And he's like, "Oh, like, wait, were you writing more of the book today?" I was like, "Yeah, I was." He's like, "Do you want a cider?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And I'm like, "Oh, no." So then I turn to Jordan, and Jordan's like, thought you like, how do you, I thought you moved like a week ago." And I was like, "Yeah." And it just got really, like, it just got really awkward, guys. And then Declan kept, like, coming to my side of the bar, and he just kept looking at us, and I feel like he was laughing. He could obviously tell it was the first date. Mortified. So anyway, my first date wasn't great. Anyway, he was so lovely, really nice guy.
Yeah.
I just like didn't we didn't have any banter. Like I felt like he asked me a lot of questions, which was like a great, like obviously great. But like, you know, when you just have that repertoire with someone
Yeah.
where like you're kind
I
of
also,
joking.
yeah, I also think like the conversation has to flow somehow, and like just question, 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 answer, answer. Like do you know what I mean? It's more
It's
like an interview
just
than a conversation.
it did that's kind of I said to Lucy, that's kind of how it felt. But he was
Yeah.
so nice, and like I then feel uncomfortable because I'm like, please don't try and kiss me if I like am not interested. So I just gave him a hug and I was like, okay, bye. I was like,
Imagine.
hey.
Bye.
Also I should just stick to like my type.
Yeah.
Like I know what I like, but I'm trying to broaden my horizons because I saw this thing and it was like you can't know what you want until you really like date, which I know is true, but yeah, it was a really nice night. Like he was super lovely. And I would
I think it
honestly
was
be
still
his
good to
friend.
go. Yeah, I think it was still good to go. And it's
But
good.
he was
Like
like,
every time you go and you don't, that you know even more what you don't want. Do you know what I mean?
I know, but like I just because I fear like I just love a toxic man. I do. I
Brilliant.
do. Like
Brilliant.
some like fuck boy. You give me fuck boy energy, I'm in love. Like I can't help it. I'm just a
Okay.
girl. Look, guys, I'm in my dating era, so like,
Yeah,
I
we'll leave you to that, you know? No
yeah. But
judgment here.
anyway, that's my so far life update. Obviously, got all these friend dates. I'll update you guys on that next week.
Yes.
New York is the city that never sleeps. It's great. It's the best. If you're considering moving, please do because it's the best ever. The only downside is I'm far away from Lissie and my friends and family, but other than that, no
Other than
complaints.
that, it's 10 out of 10.
Anyway, that's our life updates, guys.
That is our life update. Well, I think that was a pretty good update, though, to be quite frank. We had quite a lot to update on.
No, I agree. I feel like we needed to fill you guys in on like the
Life.
transition from like the backlog of podcasts like 3, 4 weeks ago. There's a lot that happened in between.
Yep, you're living in a new country. Well, not a new country, a new, I don't know what to call it. Sissy?
State.
State? That sounds so American. You're
I'm
living
in a
in a
new
new state.
state.
So funny.
All right,
Oh dear.
guys. That's our
Well,
updates. Shall we move on?
yeah. FaceTime therapist. We're gonna have to do this kind of speedily because we've been chatting away. But you want me to read?
When do I say no to that, babe?
You're like always. Okay. Hey guys, I need some serious advice. I'm still hooking up with my ex and his new girlfriend doesn't know. I don't know the new girlfriend and I don't know how to manage the situation. Part of me thinks I was here first and I have no loyalties to her, but the other part of me thinks she shouldn't be treated like this and I feel really guilty. I don't know if I want to get back with him and I can't stop going around in circles in my head. Any advice would be great.
Fuck.
That's a tricky one, my friend.
Guys, I kind of think girl first.
What would I do? I feel like first you need to figure out if you want to be with him. Like you need to work out if you want to be with him or not. Because if you don't, I think you need to cut all ties because he shouldn't be having his cake and eating it. Like you're giving him what he wants. Like he shouldn't have that. And if you don't want to be with him, I also think you should tell her or tell him to tell her. And if he doesn't, then you should. If you do want to be with him, then you need to give him an ultimatum.
But I just I kind of think no, like ew, screw him. Why is he
I
with a new
know.
girlfriend and he's sleeping with his ex? I just think that's disgusting.
Yeah, and I'm also like, if he's doing that to her to the new girlfriend with you, if you get back with like, what's stopping him doing that again?
Like, yeah, I don't think this guy sounds like his moral compass is super strong.
No, I agree.
Like,
I really
look,
do agree.
obviously in like the rarity, like maybe it will work out like you guys together and then like the new girlfriend like is no longer a part of it. But like I just think like for me anyway, I just would not be comfortable with him having a new girlfriend. And also I just wouldn't be comfortable with another girl being treated like that.
No, like, yeah, that's actually fucking shit for her. Like,
Like,
obviously, it's just like, yeah, like, oh.
like I just feel like, but also like, why are you okay? Like you shouldn't be treated like that either, girl.
No, like, neither of you should be treated like that. I feel like maybe you should, like, get a pact together and then bring him down.
Like John Tucker Must Die.
I've not watched that, whatever it is.
Rogue. Rogue. I think, you know what, this girl could end up being one of your best friends. I just think like life is too short to be with like men that like don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Like, you're both worth more than that.
And like he's literally, yeah, as Lissie said, having his cake and eating it too. He's got a new girlfriend and is still sleeping with his ex.
Ugh. Also, come on, girl. Like, a
That's
bit of
cheating.
self-worth. Like, you also, like, his private parts is going in her and you. Like, if you actually deep that, how do you feel about that? Do you know what I mean? Could be like hours apart for all you know.
Oh no, I don't like this. I don't like him. Like,
No, I think bin it off. I think make a pact with the other girl, and bring him down. That's what I
I
think.
agree. I like this energy. Like that is so like hot girl summer of
Yeah,
you guys. To
yeah,
just be
I
like, see
agree.
ya. Like, and I feel like also like guys, he obviously needs to like work on himself if he's like stuck between two women. Like he obviously doesn't know what he
Yeah,
wants.
yeah. No, I completely agree. Okay, juicy secret.
Hit me.
Me and my boss hooked up in the lift.
Sorry.
I love shit like that. That is like I love stuff like that.
Like, as in like was the lift stopped? Or was it literally going up like 3 floors? Like that's speedy. Like I must know the logistics.
I would assume it's moving. I don't know if it's like, as in like, is hooked up having sex or just kissing. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe it's just kissing. Guys, I always assume hooked up is like the
Do
P and the V.
you? Oh
I
no,
feel like,
I always a P and V. I always assume hooking up is like kissing.
oh, maybe it's very American of me to assume that hooking up is like sex.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Let us know actually what you guys think. Is hooking up like having sex, or is hooking up just kissing? Comment below,
I mean,
please.
if I put a poll on our story with that.
Yes. Oh my god,
Because
yeah.
I'm actually really intrigued now. I'm like, all right, we've got
Yeah.
two for two, 50-50. I mean, it's slay though. Either way, that's really hot.
I mean, it is, but I also think risky territory, my friend. Like, what's the saying? Don't fuck where you eat.
Don't shit where you eat.
Don't shit where you eat.
Fuck me.
I was thinking, wait, that doesn't really
Oh
sound
yeah, wait,
right.
sorry. I totally glided over because you hooked me at the elevator part. I totally glided over that was your boss.
Yeah, like that could go horribly wrong.
Yeah. I
But I also
mean,
think there is something like kind of fit about that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I
it's
kind
kind of quite sexy.
like look, you know what you're doing. Obviously, be careful because it is your job, but like maybe it's the love of your life.
Maybe. I always think of like Pretty Women and stuff in situations like this. My favorite film.
I've definitely read a book before where they like hook up and she's like his
Yeah.
employee and then they fall in love and it's like a whole thing. I've definitely read a book like that. So like I have faith that that could turn out like that for you.
So do I. I'm intrigued to know how it goes, so let us know. You okay there?
But I heard knocking.
Yeah.
Duh.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening this week, guys. We've had a great time.
It was very fun updating. I feel like we needed that. We needed to like
We really did.
realign where you
Yeah.
guys so that you know everything so that when we are like discussing all our like different topics in the next few weeks and like the episodes, you know where
We're
we
just
are
caught
at.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
All caught up. But it's been a great episode.
I had so much fun catching up. I actually like I feel so rejuvenated once I know.
I know, I know. Like, I feel like we just sometimes need like a big long chat, just like go through everything. Then we're just updated, and then like there's no like. I hate it when like you have a story and it relates to something back, and then you're like, oh, I now need to tell that story to get to this story. Like, if you're just constantly updated, then the stories just flow.
Yeah, guys, we want you to be as updated as me and Lissie are with each other. Like
True, true, true.
nothing left out here, but we'll see you next week.
Yes, see you next week. I can't wait.
Love ya. Bye.
Love you. Bye.